4 is multiplying special cases. So your goal for today is to find the square of binomials, and we'll talk about that a little bit down here. Square of binomials, and then we're going to find the difference of squares. So this is like what we did in 9.3, where we're going to multiply binomials using FOIL method or distributing method, which is the same thing. So square of binomial means if I had x plus 2 to the second power, this means it's a squaring a binomial. And squaring a binomial means that you multiply x plus 2 by itself twice, so it's x plus 2 times x plus 2. So what I would do is rewrite this as a square, so this times this is squared. So and then we use distributive property or foiling method to multiply that out. So let's apply that to this one. It says find x plus 11 squared. So we're going to rewrite that twice. So x plus 11 times x plus 11, which means x plus 11 20 squared. So then we're going to use FOIL. So we're going to distribute x times x is x squared, x times 11 is 11x, and then we got same thing, 11 times x is 11x, and 11 times 11 is 121. So just like what we did in 9.3. So then we're going to combine line terms, so it'll be x squared, and 11x plus 11x is 22x plus 121, and this is the product of the squared. Okay, so we're going to do it again. Let's try one more time. We're going to rewrite this, 3w minus 6, and then 3w minus 6. And we're going to FOIL again. Alright, 3x times 3x is, 3w times 3w is 9w squared. 3w minus 6 is 18w. And negative 6 times 3w is negative 18w. And negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. So then these are my like terms again. So negative 18w minus 18w is 9w squared minus 36w plus 36 is the product of that squared. Okay, so if you notice x squared, 11 squared, but at the middle you can't just square the x and 11x and that's not your answer because it has that middle term, so you do have to write it out. Okay, and now second part is finding the difference of squares, and I'm going to talk about it in a little bit, difference of squares. So we're going to do the same thing. We are going to distribute these out or FOIL it out. So p to the 4th times p to the 4th is p to the 8th, because remember, same basis, you add exponents when you multiply. And then p to the 4th times 8 is positive 8 p to the 4th, and then we do negative 8 times p to the, so negative 8 p to the 4th, and then negative 8 times positive is negative 64, and if you notice the middle terms, they cancel out, so it just becomes p to the 8th minus 64, and we call this the difference of squares because this was squared, right? P to the 4th was squared, and this one minus 8 is squared because 8 squared is 64. So this is the finding the difference of squares, but don't worry about that. Just FOIL like you did and simplify, and I'm going to tell you right now, when you have same but opposite, there's the same but opposite, the middle terms will always cancel out, and you will end up with p to the 8th minus 64. And this is multiplying special cases.